Recording in progress. I like that sound.
Okay. So, welcome everyone who is here. Welcome everyone who is going to see this eventually on YouTube. This is segment, I cannot tell you which one of the Aperitif concerts, which is one of the three online shows that Tesoro runs on a monthly basis. Tesoro is a worldwide network of women who work in words. We have poets, we have songwriters, we have playwrights. My name is Stacy Dyson. I am the head of Tesoro, and I say this about all of our guests, but we are so blessed and so lucky to be able to have this woman come on and spend some time with us. I'm not going to introduce her. I'm going to let her introduce herself. I'm just going to give you her name. Remember it because it's going to go ringing down the halls of poetry. Edith Blackbird, how are you, sweetheart?
Hello, lovely. I'm so happy and proud of all this group, these beautiful people in Tesoro, and you, Stacey, as our leader here, and our mama. Uh, I really admire all the people who encouraged me to, to know each other in person a few weeks ago there in New Mexico, and it was such a amazing experience there with Marisa and all the people there. I really have such an amazing experience and all the inspiration I can have. So thank you.
Fantastic.
I am from Mexico, just the people out there that is listening to us. I am Mexican. I'm a queer queen. I'm a performer, poet with a declamation style, and this is a type of way of doing kind of performing for performative type of poetry, spoken word, which uses a little bit of theater.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start this interview asking you what I ask everybody in this
Yes.
interview series. And you can interpret it whichever way you want to and answer it whichever way you think works for you. Why poetry and why now?
Well, poetry is not now, has been with me like for a long time. It's kind of a lifestyle and also a way of surviving all my traumas in childhood, especially. And it has been with me as part of my a cope mechanism to heal and to kind of feel safe in an environment that is used to be very difficult for me when I was growing up. And it's been with me all this time and it's part of my life. So to be honest with you, is a way of surviving too.
Huh? Tell me where you've been, where you've traveled to do what it is that you do.
Well, so far, being in Mexico was a few states over there and small cities around my hometown, Sinaloa. Um, there, I kind of have a few events when I was in high school and middle school, and it was such a great experience with the support that I have over there with my the school that I was taking classes in at. And when I come here to the US, I started to find people in more communities outside of Texas, where I live right now. And with Marisa, for example, and now you and people from other places like California and the UK now, it has been an amazing thing to see us each other's on Zoom and in person, though, even though it's kind of limited still for me to travel around, has been the opportunity of going to New Mexico, which was the last time, and a little bit around Texas in a couple of towns doing art festivals and trying to build my community, and it's still a work in progress though, but hopefully I'll be more out there. Yeah.
Okay. What is the best time for you to write?
This is a tricky question because in one hand I am kind of really leaning into when I'm very sad or like depressed. In I have just a disclaimer, I have PTSD. So when I have crisis, that's the time when I write, and it's very dark and you know sometimes for people it's kind of triggering when I write stuff going in that era or that time of my life. but also when I'm really happy, kind of having those moments that are very special in my life, even though they can be small. For other people, they are kind of important for me. So maybe it's not like those good movies, where you have your journal and just riding in the forest, or like in the beach, when you are just taking the sun and doing that, which is beautiful to do. But in my cases, I can be in my car, stuck in traffic, and just, if I'm just staying there and not driving, I'll be like, okay, let me write a couple of lines. Sometimes I'm in my bathroom. So, sometimes I'm with my dogs in the patio. Sometimes it's just, at work, or, well, not work because I can work, but it is, what is it, the volunteering stuff that I do for sure. And things like that. It's just beautiful to have those little moments of whatever happens, happens, and I just write something out of my head.
So I know that I've spoken to a lot of folks who started what for me, is late in life doing this. They started in their, 20s, 30s. I've been doing this since I was 5. So I'm always curious as to when people started writing poetry and what got them there, or what made them know this is what they were supposed to be doing.
For me, I was 6 years old around that time. Um, I started when I could write my name, for example, and I started with little words that at that time didn't, doesn't really say anything for some people, but for me says a lot. Said a lot. And then I started to create longer phrases, and then started to do more and more in elementary school. And there, when I learned how to write a little more properly, that's when I started to do longer pieces and show it to my family members, for example. And for example, Dia de las Madres, Mother's Day in Mexico, is May 10. And that was my excuse, so to speak, to do poetry for my mom and my grandma. That was the moments where I kind of inspire myself to write something special and show it to someone, because the intention was there, a good intention of love, of course, and that was my inspiration to write at that moment, and feel brave enough, so to speak, to show it there, out there, right? And also when we have events in my school, for example, um, sometimes people will say, I don't know, the teacher will say, hey, does anybody wants to show something, in the Monday events, that we kind of salute our flag, because we have those every Monday. We, as children in Mexico, we have that kind of events every Monday. So I usually will say me, and then just do maybe poetry, or Dia de los Muertos, I'll do calaveras, which are short poems for Day of the Dead, which is a celebration, about it. So those kind of moments for sure started then.
Okay. You threw a word out there, courage. And, let's talk a little bit about the level of courage that it takes to be queer, to be a woman, color, to be doing this in this point in time, in this point in history. What does that feel like? What does the future of that look like for you?
Well, I guess if I translate it into my hometown, or my hometown more likely, because I cannot say the whole country in Mexico is like that, but definitely my hometown. I wish we can, as women and queer, could be a little more safe up there, and be ourselves and do our art and taken seriously, and also taken seriously as people, right, with values, and that we also have a voice. But unfortunately for me, it was a bad experience, since I kind of grow up as a in a limited financial situation kind of family. I had to endure a lot of stuff, which is just not about economically things, financially, but also socially, because socially there's a lot of discrimination. Even though I'm a light skin color person, um, I have a lot of, as a woman and as a queer, I had a lot of let's say, derogative words and way of being treated, sexually harassed and all that kind of stuff, unfortunately. And that's very common for people who take the transportation, for example, in my case, which I did a lot, or go on the streets, and just be trying to get home or whatever, and people trying to do stuff with you. And that's scary sometimes. Would I survive though? I kind of have those struggles today still, when I kind of feel insecure or not safe when I'm on the street at night, for example. Even though so far here, except for a couple of bad experiences that I have, or I kind of, in general, it seems more safe for me to be me, be woman and be vulnerable and share my story in a way, be queer. Um, but yeah, there's some differences for sure, cultural differences on that regard, and between Mexico and the US. Not saying that one is better than the other, just saying that they're different. Definitely, what I wish to have for all of us, Mexico or here, is to have our rights, and to be able to be free in a responsible way, of course, and in a balance with also be empathic, and have that kindness around all of us so we can always understand each other and support each other too.
Um, so, let's say we're, like 10 years down the road here. What are you doing?
Oh, I hope I can stay doing my poetry. I'm not saying that I would love to be like Paulo Coelho or something like that, or Octavio Paz or Jaime Sabines or something. It's just that I want to be popular, but not for the sake of money, which is good to have, of course, from your art, but for the sake of getting my story out there and people can relate somehow with that and maybe find answers or find the courage to do something for them to help out, I don't know, some kind of inspiration so they can go into a healing process or start to question stuff if they are stuck in something, kind of like a life-changing thing. I wish at least one person in my life that could be amazing to see and kind of be helpful for my community too, and give them the choices I didn't have when I was younger.
Um, you've only got about 2 minutes before you go into performance. Tell me about shows you have coming up, books you have coming out. I mean, I'd read, a pamphlet that you put out in the public eye for all that. Um, what do you have coming up that we need to know about?
Well, I have one event every month. I have an event which is called Lenguas. It's a kind of a group where any type of lifestyle, art, or language is welcome. So next one it will be November 18. It's a Saturday one, and it's from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Texas time or Central time. So and everybody is welcome to join me. Every month we have that with my co-host, which is in the UK in Nottingham, Martin Gray, and we both created this space especially because there's no many ways of sharing art in a different language, honestly, and be open to receive that. So it's on Zoom, so everybody really can jump in if you want, of course.
If you can, put that link in the chat for us,
Of course, I'll do that.
and then if you can send it to me later on, so that when
Yeah,
this comes along, we can publicize it
yeah.
for you.
And a little shout out for Read or Green Books, since I'm in these two anthologies. I'm part of this anthology right now, and these two books are amazing. People, they're so brave in this book, trying to share their story and a little bit of their vulnerability. So if you want to check that out, I'm in these books. Marisa, thank you.
Okay. Well, honey, for the next 30 minutes, the stage is yours. So I'm going to kill my mic and you are going to regale us with the brilliance that is your own self. So
Um,
do your thing, honey.
Thank you so much. I'm just taking this. Thank you so much, Stacy, again, for really giving me this opportunity. And Marisa, thank you for giving me the chance to meet this wonderful queen, Stacy. I'm just so grateful. I cannot say in words. Hope you feel better, both of you. So a little bit of music for this piece. As always, I use a lot of background music as an inspiration. This poem is called Plegarias de una Luna Enamorada. And just a little background about it. This was recently edited for me, and it's a prose in Spanish. These are just excerpts from a letter written, so to speak, by the moon to his beloved Earth, which is this planet, beautiful planet, begging humanity, their children in this case, to stop the destruction of the planet. This is a piece of mine published in the Sonora University anthology Realidad Aleatoria in 2007 in Mexico when I was in high school. So hope you like this little oldie one. Gracias. No sé cómo empezar, amada mía. Pues la verdad es que no quiero que malinterpretes mis palabras y pienses que me das lástima. Ay, mi querida, simplemente es que te adoro tanto que me duelen tus lágrimas cuando nuestros pequeños pierden la paciencia y comienzan a quemar todo, todo, todo lo que les guarda sombra. No llores. Por favor, no llores, mi doncella. Sabes que desde el firmamento yo velo en tu nombre a nuestros pequeños y me doy cuenta siempre que han just bebido tu sangre, aún más de lo que pueden tus finas venas de grandeza. Sabes, cuando ellos poblaron tu lecho, los enseñaste a sobrevivir y a caminar erguidos con el pecho brioso ante el orgullo de su madre tierra. Coronaste sus vidas con el cielo azul, mientras les besabas, purificando sus cuerpos con las lágrimas de una lluvia de una madre devota. Tú, la madre mártir, al fin, yo te vi. Yo te vi, lavaste sus pies, hincando tus cabellos azules con la solemnidad de quien se inclina ante un rey. Y fue así que balanceaste tu cuerpo y tu cuerpo en un ritual celestial que les mostró una primavera con olor a jazmín. Mi reina, a magnolia olía, a rosas, a gardenia. Volteaste hacia mí, volteaste y me sonreíste, tan satisfecha tú de verlos crecer, la suavidad con la que acariciaban los troncos de tus grandes árboles, brazos con los cuales cubrías sus caprichos a cada uno de ellos y nada más, a todos por igual. Ay, querida, tus propios hijos desgarraron, destrozaron tus brazos, ensangrentaron tus venas con el deseo del maldito poder. Mija, corrompieron en ti el brillo de tus hermosos ojos, cubriéndolos todo con el oscuro velo de la contaminación. Las nubes, vestidas ahora de luto, te miran contemplando junto conmigo la inminente llamada de la muerte, de la extinción. ¿Y yo qué puedo hacer? Me pregunto, ¿yo qué puedo hacer aquí desde arriba? Porque cientos de ecosistemas han desaparecido con el jugueteo indiferente de un cigarro y el ciclo hidrológico de donde rejuvenecías tú, preciosa mía, ya no es lo mismo, caray. Ya es un círculo de muerte y destrucción, de un veneno invasor tan peligroso como la soberbia misma y la codicia, el dinero, de quienes en ti crecen en tu vientre, ellos siempre. Pero entiendo, tengo que entenderlo, ¿no? Tengo que entenderte. Sé lo fuerte que te has vuelto para no morir, lo sé. Eres una madre protectora, los amas, los adoras, te mueres por ellos, que no quieres para nada hacerlos sufrir. Pero yo ya no puedo más, ya no puedo. Ya no puedo evitar sentir un dolor agudo aquí en mis cráteres, en todo mi ser al verte mantener tu silencio, ese silencio. Incluso cuando sientes sus entrañas explotar, desangrarse en ti, destriparse en pedazos, saqueada, sin nada, ni nada, ni nada más que dar. No te puedo entender, querida. Pero pues, ¿qué voy a decirte? Nada más que ya basta, por favor, ya para, o dime, al menos dime cuánto es suficiente, hasta cuándo vas a soportarlo, porque yo ya no puedo más. Yo deseo con el alma el día en que se den cuenta de la tumba que ellos mismos cavan y cavan en ti, en el útero de su propia madre tierra, donde antes había una utopía que creaste con tanta devoción. Yo no sé, yo no sé qué hacer contigo, corazón. Lo único que puedo decirte es que siempre estaré ahí para ti, de alguna manera, observándote, nada más que morir. Te ama eternamente, o al menos hasta que la muerte nos una con la gracia del hombre, tu amada Luna. Gracias. That was my first poem. And thank you so much. And this was about that in a time that I was 17 years old around. So going to the next one, this one, you already know this one, and it's in this book over here, which is called Machorra. I presented this one there in New Mexico last time. This will be a different experience for sure since the Zoom, but hope you like this one, you remember. So let's see. This is Machorra, and this is my teddy when I was a younger girl. This is a poem in English, and it's inspired by the slang machorra, which is a derogatory word that means either in my hometown tomboy or just lesbian, you know. This word defined part of my identity as a misunderstood kid, since I was called like that for years and years and years in the past. So hope you enjoy this. Gracias. I sing, I jump, hide, and run, surrounded by cobwebs and broken dolls, arms flying, 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 flying over the water, tongues poking out the dawn. I'm a girl, a boy, and much, 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 much more. Captain on my paper ship at the sea, queen on my sandcastle at Pinitos Beach. Hey, let me tell you something. Call me Alicia, Damian, but not Norma, por favor. No, Norma is for well-behaved kids, and well, they say I am not. Best, I have the best grade. Look at this. Not enough. Really? Look, I cleaned the classroom. De veritas, de veritas. Oh, not enough. I help abuelita in the kitchen. Díganme entonces, ¿qué no hago yo? Mejor, take the water out of my body, awakening alcahuete love. Hug me, please hug me when my teddy feels alone. Tell me I'm good. Tell me I'm useful and I'm somebody just like you. Because church people point at me a lot. You, teachers, family, and you. Ya te di. What's really, really bad with who I want to be? I don't know. I don't understand. Do you understand, Teddy? No. I want just to get in the mud and scrape my knees, climb trees, read my beaten jeans without being told. No, 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 no. No, 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 Edith, this isn't for chicks. I just want to be a trucker or play with my compass, football, eat with bare hands, a full meal, feel okay, or not knowing how to wear heels. I don't care. Or just hear religious reasons without feeling guilty. Ew, or a bunch of guilt in my belly again. I don't want that. Because I really, let me tell you, I love mis compañeritas. Damn, their eyes, their visas, their hands, so tender, so delicate. But I don't want to be called, hey, machorra, or macho pretender. Guess I had to remind you again and again. I'm a girl and a boy and so much more. Freddy Krueger in Culiacan Street playing with my vecinitas hide and seek. I'm a G.I. Joe, a Spice Girl, and Doctor every little thing. Because, yes, I'm a cure. So please call me Tatiana. Barney, you too. But not Norma, por favor. Norma is just for good kids. And I am so much more. I have the best of the hugs when you cry. Don't cry. I clean and decorate now my abuelita's graveyard. And don't say anybody, but I fed the stray dogs and cats at night. Shh, I sneak out. So porfis, teachers, family, and you, just let me be as fluid as the sea, the captain, the trucker, the queen, G.I. Joe, the Spice Girl, and doctor of everything, and me, and más yo, and yo, and yo, and yo, and yo. Awakening alcahuete love. Because I really don't see what's bad in me, right? So for now on, please don't ask for Norma, ask for Edith. Gracias, everyone. Thank you. So that was my other poem. And my next one, thank you. So the next one is Tutto e Niente, and this poem is in Italian. This piece, I started to learn this beautiful language, Italiano, around 3 years ago or so. And this is about the passion for art and how, we all are artists, poets, musicians, everybody, painters, pour our souls as how we are for the audience, a piece of us, of our souls, for really sure. So in italiano we'll say this: dedico lo sforzo in questa poesia diletta la mia insegnante di italiano. Grazie mille, grazie mille per avermi sostenuto in questa avventura. So hope you like it. Grazie. Questa è la domanda. Cosa senti sul palco? Oh, mio amico, sento il bisogno di offrire la mia devozione al pubblico, servire a ogni sguardo un pezzo della mia esistenza, concedere la mia voce con spine e petali di rosa, dare tutto. Ascoltate, il tutto mio respiro in ogni parola mente, esponendo la mia anima nuda, taglio e apro il petto per poi morire e revivere con gli applausi del pubblico. Yes, sì, così come lo sentite. Non è pericoloso. Vale davvero la pena rischiare? Mio amico, per favore, vale tutto e niente. Tutto ciò che l'arte può accendere nelle vostre cellule, semplicemente prendendo il pennello. Questo pennello è tutto il mio, toccando delicatamente le corde di uno strumento. Sì, lo accende, prendendo fiato per dare alla luce una canzone, deflorando la pagina bianca come questa, con la prima lettera, plasmando un pezzo di materia informe eloquente. Ogni delicato movimento in nome della musica e della segnatura. Tutto e niente, ascoltami, tutto e niente, niente di meno di tutto, quello semplice per chi come mi sente nelle vene, il flusso della naturale, della lava dai colori artistici. Oh, mia amica, allora deve essere una bella esperienza, sì, mio amico, caro amico, e anche un dovere per tutti, compreso il pubblico, il pubblico anche. Fare tesoro di ogni vestigia d'arte del passato, testimoniare e consacrare l'arte del presente anche, ed ereditare tutte le forme d'arte al futuro, Mi hai sentito o no? Perché non c'è sensazione migliore, mio amico, che riversare tutto il tuo essere nelle opere. Ascolta, ascolta me. Grazie a tutti. So the next one is Almighty Ella. And this one is also in one of Read or Green books. It's published in this, Touching Tongues. And this is a beautiful anthology where you can find a lot of erotica. And of course, this one is erotica as well. So hope you like this one. This poem is in English and is inspired by the love goddess witnessing and blessing a passionate night between two lovers. Chanced, dancing, creating waves of fire that calls for nirvana. So I hope you like that. Erotic content. Conquer, my child. Conquer her belly with soft lips while she moves, squeezing her ribs. Taste the tenderness of true bliss, battle of fire into the hips. Shocks of pleasure possess the spine, let them be divine. Fantasies collapse in your mind. Kiss her, touch her, you both shine. But slow, my child, slow, steady, slow, but don't forget to glow. Moist her inner flow. Oh, yes. Let her dance, turn, caress, just show. Believe in me, children of mine. I am the master, la madre, and all combined. Wiser ancient, the morning sign, the unknown beyond the line. Listen to the sacred dark, keep the battle and free the spark. Skin seal with your stubborn mark. Go deep into the fleshy arc. Keep feasting, lovers of the night. Who follow your primal self under the moonlight. Call the love diosa me into the flight, staring at the above. I bless the fight. Yes, no blood, No corpses, no wounds behind, the war of passion for all to find, a melody of nature, risky but kind, without the pain, and prisoners confined, or maybe mercifully, mercifully, bite the shame as the time, but don't claim it will stop for you to inflame. It will stop for you to inflame the burst of nirvana, to blame, praise, praise my almighty presencia, my name, la diosa del amor. Dear offsprings, go, go out there and fly, reach the daily high. I protect your almas, your life. Oh, I can wait. I can wait to see you with me in the other side. Flames. There are the flames. I see the flames in revolution, the horizon of mortal illusion, the day, the rebirth, the evolution, nor ego inside, neither confusion. The tree of us licking the fire, el deleite in the battle of desire, healing the madness, 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 going higher, smiling, and crying in the wild. You are my creatures, innocent and alive. I am the master, la madre, and all combined. Wiser, ancient, the morning sign, the unknown beyond the line. Gracias. Thank you, thank you. So that was that one. And how are we with time? Stacy, you're checking with you?
Darling, you are good to go. You got about another 8 minutes.
Got it. Thank you so much for that. Okay, so my next poem is also an Spanish one, and this was inspired by the fatal effects of war from various point of view, and this was created when I was a teen as well. I believe this one is in middle school, and it was created and awarded when I was at that age, but recently, sorry, edited. So for those that knows Spanish, advertencia, trigger warning, contiene vocabulario fuerte sobre la guerra. So hope this is an enjoyment for you or otherwise, but yeah. Esperanza en la dolorosa guerra. Una chispa de esperanza que en el corazón encarna entre toda esa desgracia que la guerra emana. La respiración. La respiración densa con el hedor de la carne. El hambre de poder comienza, lo que termina con sangre. Un gobierno que se olvida de su pueblo trabajador verá pronto su caída por jugar al conquistador. Y resuenan las botas marchándose al duelo mientras caen las gotas llevando consuelo. Los pasos del soldado van al son de sus latidos. Libra el campo minado con los restos de los sucumbidos. Hijos de la guerra que sufren por ambición, para unos pocos la tierra, pero para muchos la maldita destrucción. Y así, cuidado, cuidado con el arma, cuidado con el corazón de aquellos que en el alba asesinan sin compasión. La muerte está servida en el campo de batalla. Balas y odio son la comida frente a un cuerpo que estalla, que no lo ves, no ves el sol, se viste de luto como yo. La tierra se tiñe de rojo, paga el cielo tributo, llorando al flor del enojo. El agitado El agitado respiro de un hermano en agonía, rogando por el último suspiro, mientras de su desgracia se reía. Y licencia para matar en nombre del ausente, ya van listos a luchar los soldados. Teniente. Pero entre los sobrevivientes aún persiste la esperanza del llamado de los influyentes para que todos por fin vuelvan a casa. Porque sí, señora la armonía, sí, señora el amor, señora la alegría, opacados por el dolor. Sientes ese dolor de los heridos, el dolor de las viudas, de los hijos huérfanos, todos compartiendo sus amarguras. Y no olvides clamar y gritar sin reparo por tu tierra y tus muertos. Bajo los sueños el amparo, quemada con los huertos. Porque son los escombros y restos por doquier, enfermedades y hambruna, los trofeos del poder, donde no hay justicia alguna. Mira atento el paraje sembrado de moscas y gusanos, negruzco campo desolado, en vez de flores, mis hermanos. Y adiós a las almas ofrecidas por una maldita guerra. Ya las heridas a veces, creo yo, sanan, quizás, aunque lejana la paz en la tierra. Thank you so much. Gracias. So that's my of the poem. And the next one is not a poem, but it's a song I created alongside with a friend of mine. This song is in Spanish, some Spanish, some English. It's inspired by the love between a US traveler and a local lady from Mexico who made him fall in love with her free spirit. And despite their cultural differences and language, they find a magical connection. This piece is a collaboration between, like I said, my friend, a friend of my musician, Magic Jack, out there, hopefully he's watching me, who created the music arrangement, and I wrote the lyrics. So it was such a fun experience. Gracias, Jack, wherever you are. Hope you like this little rendition. So yeah, and this is not with music in this case, but yeah, hope you like it. This is called, by the way, You Si Tu. Night is falling and you're waiting for me. I crossed the border just to see you, a ti. I kiss your photo while I walk near the sea. You see too, you in blue, azul. This little town is made of spices and sweets. Tasting her life, I let the sand lead my feet. I learned some Spanish, so I'm ready to feel. You see too, you in blue, azul. Solo tú, you only you, eres tú. Solo tú, mi luz. Solo tú, only you, eres tú, solo tú, mi luz, just you in blue. I hear my name, you look so lovely, my dear. We kiss and hug, your lips are fuego and bliss. Bésame así, you whisper in my ear. You see too. Say you in blue, azul. You take my hand, calling the music in me. La luna brilla while we dance on the beach. Morena mia, I'm so lucky to be here with you. You in blue, azul, solo tú, only you, eres tú, solo tú, mi luz, solo tú, only you, eres tú, solo tú, mi luz, just you, mi luz. Azul. Gracias, everyone. A little bit of trying of music, but I'm not a musician for sure. Just write the music.
Honey, we've got time for you to do just one more piece for us. We're running a little bit over, but I don't really care. I would love to hear another piece from you. And I know everybody else on the grid would too. So if you've got one more piece and you've got the time, we'd love to hear it.
Sure. This is actually a poem, a little poem I created with one of Marisa's workshops. And this is about our pets grieving. So this is called Armadillo, and it's in Spanish. So hope you like this little one. Mi hermosa, mi hermosa criaturita gordita, con cara asesina, pero corazón suavecito, como tu pancita bajo mi cabeza. Aquel que te mandó cortar las orejas queriendo hacer de ti una guardiana temida. No sabía que tu corazón brillaría más fuerte que eso, sobre tu sonrisa instantánea, porque, ¿sabes? Nosotros todos, tu familia, nosotros, tu familia, sabíamos que eras una bolita de besos, abrazos y paciencia, sobre todo conmigo ilimitada. Armadillo te decía la señora de la tienda de la esquina, doña Olla, y vaya, vaya que le atinó, pues color de tierra eras, asustadiza pero fiera. Te hacías bolita a mi lado, mi morena, y del lodo hacías toda una fiesta. Y aún, es que yo aún busco tu olor a doritos enchilados en tus patitas. Todavía extraño tus flacas piernas que me daban tanta risa, parecías una piñata mexicana. Ay, tu pielecita, Lady, tu pielecita, tan calientita, con aroma a tortilla más seca, tu pielecita, recién salida de la máquina olías tú, calientita también, tu piel color adobe, parecías tanto de mi tierra tú, mi morena, y en mi tierra te quedaste, bajo tierra yo te perdí. Aún te veo acostada aquí, justo aquí, aquí en mis piernas, en mi cama individual, cuando te dejaban las garrapatas por un día en paz. Aún no termino de entender, ¿sabes? No entendía, no entiendo por qué no te pude verte ahí, estar contigo. ¿Cómo entendías tú mi desesperación, por ejemplo, por ayuda? ¿Será que mis lágrimas como estas te invitaban a cuidar de mí? Venías como un imán a mis pies otra vez, lamías mis dedos cuando la navaja se cruzaba a veces en mi piel, en aquellas noches de desesperación. Me hubiera gustado hacer lo mismo por ti como aquella vez que no pude estar ahí, en aquellos días que gritabas mi nombre, que llorabas por misericordia y yo a kilómetros y kilómetros no pude correr a ti para darte ese sueño digno que tú merecías, tu gordito corazón lleno de amor. Al final, mi preciado armadillo, donde quiera que estés, lo que sí estoy segura es que en mi tierra te quedaste y yo bajo tierra te perdí y no te pude volver a ver. Thank you.
Absolutely fantastic. Thank you, darling. Y'all open up your mics. Show this lady some roses.
Mm,
Woo! Let's go, Edith. Bravísimo.
muchas gracias. Muchas gracias a todos. Thank you so much for everything, really.
So, do us a favor and put in the chat um, any links to where we can find you, where we can follow you, where we can send your MacArthur Genius Grant Award when it comes through, all that good stuff. Um, while you
Sure.
are doing that, um, let me let the rest of y'all know that next up on the 13th, actually, is our Pen and Sword show with the unbelievable Finn Bell as our feature. So, it's an open mic. Dust off your destiny. Bring your dancing shoes. We're going to party. And Edith, I cannot thank you enough. I have been waiting for this since we booked it. This has been one of the most definitive aperitif concerts that we have done. So again, y'all open up your mics, fill this lady some roses. That was absolutely incandescent.
Muchísimas gracias, everyone. Muchas gracias, Stacy, with my language, and I can say it better, to be honest. Aprecio muchísimo todo lo que has hecho por nosotras, all what you did so far for all of us, and to create a safe space for us to share and experience new and inspiring art in general. Is such a valuable thing, especially when you are a survivor. You really appreciate those safe spaces that you don't have or you didn't have in the past, for sometimes. So thank you so much to all the Tesoro women and all the good the people, the allies or alias. I forgot the word in English, but all the people who support
You're
us in
good.
general, no matter the gender. um, and I really appreciate everybody here, the audience, and Stacy. Thank you again, my mama queen.
You are very, very welcome. Y'all, we're going to go ahead and say goodbye. This will be available in a little bit on our YouTube channel, the Soto Poets Network. Y'all, if you do not already follow this woman, follow her. If you have not
Okay.
already seen her in performance more than this, find out where she's going to be and go and see her. I myself am planning a trip down onto Texas so I can watch her live and in person again. So, Edith, thank you again so much. Everybody who's on the grid, thank y'all for coming. I always appreciate you. And we will see you later on around the way. Take it easy.
Hasta pronto. Los amo a todos.